Kat. I hope you can hear me well. I'm going to turn this up a little bit just to make sure. It's hard for me to see how high my volume is on these things, but I think I'm coming through okay. If for some reason I'm not, you can't see me, you can't hear me in this video, I'm happy to make you another one. Just let me know. But I love to do this when you just can't make it. I mean, this happens all the time where you get stuck in traffic or whatever, and it's last minute. This is kind of cool because I get to do these YouTube videos, these video lessons, and it's cool because it's really kind of different from a regular lesson. I get to do stuff that maybe I would normally do in a lesson or for whatever reason, and it's just easier to do in a video. The other cool thing is that you get to go back to this link and watch this whenever you want. So I'm going to teach a really important, especially now for you, with your wrist getting stronger and everything, a really important elemental, we call it fundamental, exercise, hand exercise specifically for pianists. There's a man called Hanon, or sometimes we say Hanon in English. He was a Frenchman, and he created a series of exercises that people play even to this day. It was 200 years ago. So he created these really cool exercises that are really about making each finger specifically strong. Okay, so you'll notice, Kat, that some fingers are stronger than others. That's natural. That's because we're humans. Okay, that's sort of how we're built, as I've been told. So that means 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3 fingers, especially 2s and 3s, are really strong, right? They're like always ready to go, and they're always like ready to push down. They're heavy, whatever. They can do whatever you ask them. 4 is weak and wants to come and play even when he's not asked to. And then number 5, the 5 fingers are the weakest probably for most people. They are the most likely to go flat, as you can see. They're the ones most likely to stand up like this because they're weak, because they don't have a job to do. So they get really lazy and they just start doing random things. So there's that. So Hanon makes every single finger the same strength. Absolutely, positively. Now there are 60. I probably will not teach you all 60. I usually teach to my most advanced students. I've taught 24. I feel like that's a great number. At that point, you've gotten all the use out of the Hanon exercises. Each Hanon exercise, Kat, does a different thing. So some of them will help stretch the stretch between your 1 and 3 fingers. Some of them help between 1 and 4. Some of them help something called a trill, like that kind of thing. So each one has a specific purpose. They're not just mindless. Now, what's really cool about these, I'm going to teach you the very first one. What's cool about these is that, I guess, if you think about it in a weird way, they're meant to be boring, Kat. So they're meant to be, I always tell my students, where you can put a book, a regular book, up on your piano and do your Hanon exercises once you've memorized them. And that's great. They are not meant to be thought of. They are meant to be like when somebody is on a treadmill and they're watching TV. You don't have to think about being on the treadmill, right? You don't have to think about like, oh my gosh. Usually you don't have to think about your technique. Sometimes you do, usually you don't. This is going to be something where you can watch TV, you can be listening to something else, and you're just kind of doing this. This is like sit-ups, okay? So that's really what I wanted to end up being. So I'm going to slow down, and I'm going to show the exercise to you one hand at a time, okay? So I'm actually going to, usually we play hand and exercise this cat 2 octaves apart. So you see how there's a whole C kind of position. This is your normal C position right here. This is middle C. Okay, that's where my hands are now. In Hanon, and I'll show you this next week in person, this is usually how it's spread apart like this. They want it more spread out. This helps me to be a little bit more balanced. I don't know. It feels better to me personally than doing this. You see how my arms are? They just kind of look weird. Even if I do the right technique and I like relax my wrists and I drop my shoulders and my elbows, I don't know, it just looks kind of small. So in other words, our goal, cat, is to have 2 octaves apart like this. I'm going to show you the right hand first. I'm going to give you the finger numbers. But as you can see, I'm going to use all my fingers in this exercise in order. But look, I'm going to skip right away, cat. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My 1 is on a new note, D. But I do the same pattern. Skip. New note, E. Skip. Notice everybody's getting used. 1 on F. Skip. I know to stop because this is C again. My thumb has landed on C. Now I know, okay, don't go anywhere. Now, I'm not going to move my hand. I'm going to go backwards. Okay, so this is like going back in time. Right now, you don't have to know this, but right now, my pinky happens to be on a G. This is a C. This is a G. Don't go anywhere. Don't move anywhere. Starting from my pinky, my 5, I'm going to move back down, but the same pattern, cat. Don't change anything. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. New note 5. Skip. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. New note. Skip. 4, 3, 2, new note. Skip. See how there's that spread between my 4 and 5 now? That's cool. That's really good for my hands to make them stronger. And all the time I'm thinking about how brown my fingers are. Now, I'm going to show you the left hand. Now, obviously your left hand is going to go down here, but just so you can see it a little better, cat, I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you just a little higher. So starting from C, I'm going to skip. See how there's that D? D is not being used. New note, skip. New note, skip. New note, skip. New note, skip. New note. I skip a key, but I don't skip a finger. New note, skip. Land on C, I'm on C. Now, I'm not going to move, but this is C. I landed on C. This must be G. C, D, E, F, G, G. Look, same pattern. I'm going to skip down, skip a key, but not skip a finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. one-handed. I know I'm done because my pinky is on C. So in the end, this is what a hand-in exercise is going to sound like, both hands at the same time. Okay, so this is our goal weeks from now. Okay, now, I know that sounded crazy, but I promise you, that's just both hands doing exactly what I showed you, just both hands at the same time. So I'm going to go over it again, like that, but just the right hand by itself without my talking. So take your time, go back through the video. I'm going to teach you in person. I'm going to reinforce in person next week, but just try. If it's really frustrating, Kat, as always, don't force yourself. It may be worth it if you get frustrated just to watch the video a couple times. But if it's frustrating to do it, that's okay. And then you can just watch the video and just sort of absorb it. Sometimes you need to turn my video off and then just try it by yourself without hearing me, But just take your time. 1, skip. New note, skip. So that's what you're going to think. New note, skip. So this is very different from anything we've ever done before. So I'm very proud of you for trying. But like I said, this is the kind of exercise that I really, really honestly feel is good for everybody. I teach this to my grown-ups. I teach this to everybody from your age on up because I think it not only fixes any problems, it prevents problems from happening. And like I said, it will definitely strengthen both of your hands, both of your wrists. So just stay loose. If you start to feel tight or something, as usual, shake it out, get a walk around, and then come back. But you should just keep everything kind of loosey-goosey, drop your shoulders, keep everything nice weighty arms, right? Heavy arms all the way through. You're going to be great. So I'll be happy to show it to you in person next week, but have fun. Watch the video a couple of times. Take your time to be patient with yourself, and I'll see you next week.